Let's roll. Welcome to Visual Disturbance. I'm your host, Brian Reese. Hello out there in the YouTube world. I'm glad to be on here today. Doing a random broadcast. Glad to see everybody in the chat. It's kind of sporadic broadcast, but I couldn't stand it. I had to jump on this topic because it's been in the news, and there's more to it than... in my opinion, there's more to it than what's going on with all this stuff. So we're going to be talking about the missing underwater is the title of today's broadcast, but we're going to be talking about the billionaires and the Ocean Gate and the stuff I found on Google Earth imagery. I know you guys like the ley lines, and I haven't been doing that a lot of broadcasts, so here I am. I'm going to be popping this stuff off this afternoon, and thank you all for joining me. Before I get started, give a shout out to wattsleather.com. I know Josh was watching. God bless you, my friend. Also, shakeandwakeradio.com. Go check out Miss Ann's stuff on Shake and Wake Radio. And we'll be quick about this. Go check out my Milkman Nephilim Chaser mugs and my Milkman Nephilim Chaser t-shirts if you get opportunity. Also, a lot of people have been asking if I've had any mailing address, etc. So I went ahead and made a P.O. box. I was blessed to be able to get it. Go check it out. Visual Disturbance P.O. Box 324, Waco, Kentucky 40385. I mean, you can send me prayer requests or whatever that you feel led. That'd be great, and I'll try to reply to everything if the opportunity, but I'll try to get back to everybody if you do send me prayer requests. But yeah, it's I'm blessed to have that, and let's get into the program. Yeah, it's I'm glad to be on here. If I'm a little slow today, if I feel a little, if I seem a little mellow and not as enthusiastic, forgive me. Been doing a lot of praying. Been going through some rough things, but we're not going to be talking about that on here today. But just be in prayer for me. I got some stuff going on, and family members and some, they're having some health issues and stuff, and yeah. So, and be in prayer for just everything, this whole crazy world. But yeah, let's get on the narrative here. What I'm going to be presenting this afternoon. Yeah, missing underwater. If everybody that knows what's going on in the news media in the last few days, I think it's since Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. Some billionaires that went missing. I think there was two, and I think the son, and there was like 4 or 5 people on that little voyage to survey the Titanic. I thought it was interesting that it's literally the expedition is called Ocean Gate. So I thought that was really baffling to me. But yeah, I know that's just the name that they've come up with. But underwater excursion, so to speak, and something has happened, and then I'm going to get into some conspiracy narratives, etc., etc., and then we're going to go down the rabbit hole together this afternoon. So I want to start off with something here. Got some show and tell stuff. So as you can see on the right hand of the screen, I pulled this off USA Today yesterday, and it baffled me, you know, because you guys know I love the Google Earth stuff, and I said, man, on that, you know, in that proximity at St. John's up here, you know, not too far from, you know, obviously this is up toward the Newfoundland and all that, and I thought it was interesting because when I seen the image, I was like, the first thing that dawned on me, there's a star fort up here. So I just thought it was kind of interesting. We'll get into that here in a second. So I'm just kind of rambling on with my thought process here this afternoon. Also, we'll be showing some ley lines, which are very interesting. But apparently, this voyage cost $250,000 per occupant. So $250,000 is not something that, you know, just for a little excursion is not you know, money. I mean, my goodness, $250,000, I could go on vacation for what, 25 years probably. But for the duration of 25 years, but $250,000 per person, and that's why there's billionaires on here. So my mind went, here's where my mind went. Before I get into the Google Earth imagery and everything, and as you see on the diagram here, my mind went here first. I started thinking about what my uncle always says, paper mache. Google Earth loves to blur stuff off, you know, blur stuff out, put paper up, it looks like paper, square blocks, photoshopping, whatever they do. And I thought about other lands that's not even remotely on our maps, you know. And then I had this crazy bizarre thought, because apparently they lost communications not too far going down into the water, and that was unheard of. And they've literally done this voyage. I mean, this is not something old. This is not something new. It's fairly new piece of equipment, but the thing is, there's safety measures with this ocean gate, you know, submarine type of shell that goes under the water. Supposedly they only have a certain amount of oxygen, and I thought today, when I think they're coming down to it to where they're running out of oxygen, and today, it happened to be today that they start running out of oxygen. I thought that was interesting. So guess what? I'm gonna throw up some stuff here in a second, but I wanted to chime in and kind of show where I'm at. Sorry, I'm a little slow this afternoon. But anyways, for somebody to have $1 billion, let's just go there, $1 billion, and then have a expeditional, you know, this private owned company, OceanGate, and for them to have that type of amount of money, and for them to have all the safety measures and everything, I'm not really buying everything that's going on. Yes, the people are missing. Yes, I'm gonna pray for them, and I pray that they're okay. I pray that they do find them. I'm not trying to bash any kind of the incident itself. I'm talking about the nefarious things that went on, or possibly did, or whatever narrative. But I want to bring something up. James Cameron. Everybody knows James Cameron movies, Terminator series, all that stuff. Avatar, the newer, you know, Avatar, which I haven't watched. I watched the first one. It took 25 years, it felt like, to make the second one. But the reason why, first thing I thought of is James Cameron, and I think this is the little craft, a little one-man type of vessel that he went down under the water. Oh, yeah, I'll get up with the chat in a minute. Because I want to know y'all's opinion. If you're just now, I will chime in. Because there's people asking. If you're now tuning in to Visual Disturbance, if you're just now subscribing, if you don't know my backstory, if you don't know the world that I live in, I on a daily basis, on an hourly basis, on a second basis. The reason why I wear the glasses, because on top of my glasses, it's because I had a little incident. Well, it wasn't little, but I had an accident, and I visually have issues. So that's what's going on with the glasses. Blue light filtering glasses, and that's what I put on so I can just stand looking at the monitor. Sometimes I don't wear them. Sometimes I have better days. So I hope they're not distracting. It's just kind of where I'm at today, physically, mentally, and visually. So I had to pop these bad boys on. So forgive me. James Cameron. Yeah, forgive me for the distraction if it is. But James Cameron is, probably a billionaire himself. The thing that really astonished me, he went to the very bottom of the ocean, started seeing all kinds. This is basically the narrative was he was wanting to get inspiration to go underneath the deepest level of the ocean floor, and supposedly he was filming majority of the Avatar underwater, the Avatar 2 movie series, all this stuff, and he was looking at all kinds of creatures based off his what he was seeing, what he was able to accomplish down there. But he's seen all the different types of creatures that we hadn't even seen. And so my point is, he went to the deepest part, and they had every type of safety mechanism, everything to bring that gentleman back up. And I know it's a different type of vessel, I get it. But you go to the deepest part of the ocean? Yeah, let's get real here. And you got millions and billions of dollars, and you ain't gonna do the ins and outs and safety measurements to get your well, I wouldn't even go. I was gonna say Kentucky language there, but get your rear end back up to the ocean floor, off the ocean floor to the surface. Something's went on here, because getting kind of off the topic for today. But I remember back in Antarctica when they had the Fitbit. Bracelets that they supposedly got hacked into, and there was these scientists and everything running and walking up and down all these this underground facility in Antarctica, and it was able to ping it, and they're telling the media is saying, well, this is the biggest rescue ever, and we don't have the ability to go 2 miles down. James Cameron did. James Cameron had all kinds of ability. The Fitbits was pinging at Antarctica that was like forever underneath the ground. So how in the world are you able to just riddle that one off to me? I mean, we're supposed to have all these advanced pieces of equipment, and they make everything out to be the Hollywood narrative where they feel like that we've advanced so much to sci-fi world, and these poor people are trapped in this vessel, and they're losing oxygen, but there's nothing that they can do, supposedly. They got to wait for it to float back up. And they supposedly had some kind of operation system that had some kind of bag or something, like these safety harness bags that would fall off, and they would automatically float if it detected anomaly of something to the effect if there was danger. Well, they lost signal like midway down to their excursion. Mind you, that they was going to the Titanic. They was going to search. Now, that's where it gets even worse. So we're going to go down some rabbit holes here. The Titanic. And they're looking hey, let's go survey the Titanic. It's under the ground. So let's get into it. I'm going to take y'all somewhere. We're going to go at light speed. So just hang on. It took a minute to get there. I went light speed and I just started distorting. Oh, yeah, that's my little humor for today. I always like to joke around. So anyways, I'm going to go there. As you can see, I'm on Google Earth now. I'm going to go to approximately where they think the vessel vanished. And I thought about it. I thought about it some more. And thought about it 10,000 times more. Because I'm a thinker, even though my visual input's kind of going out. I'm a thinker. So let's, I mentioned Star Forts a while ago. I really don't get much into it on this channel as I used to, but here we go. We're going to crack it off on the Star Fort narrative. As you can see on the East Coast of America, we have quite a few Star Forts, but I wanted to throw this out here. this fort is not too far from St. John's, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is where they took off from. Let's go back to that footage, that picture. Yeah, they kind of took off at the, I think they kind of submerged in the water, took their little excursion right here, then I think they narrowed down all the way down to here, and this is where they ended up supposedly missing. So I started thinking about it. This was Sunday when they went missing, and I said, something's just more at bay. Let's just zoom in on this fort, for example. A lot of people don't know what star forts are. In my opinion, they was built by frequency. But what do I know? Hopefully the audio and the visual is not glitching on me. If it is, I'm not going to worry about it. I mean, but this algorithm is showing this lovely fort here, and it's looking a little rough. It needs a little bit of restoring, but this is a star fort. I thought it was interesting. It's not too far from where they took off from their little voyage. So anyway, let's get back on it. I'm gonna take the star forts off, and they went missing approximately around this area. Okay, so obviously the Titanic's there, down there underneath the ocean floor, all this stuff. So it started registering. I started thinking about it, because we're gonna be doing we're gonna be doing a Bermuda Triangle Part 2, and I know a lot of people's been giving me a lot of flack for that, but we are going to be doing it. And of course it's in the Atlantic. Of course I'm going to be talking about the Atlantic Ocean with the whole Bermuda Triangle. But wait, I'm going to show y'all something. The ley lines, and if you're not familiar with the ley lines, I did a broadcast on FLJC Rumble the other night, talking about ley lines, etc., with military bases. Ley lines are they're literally called like a sacred line, like to do with megalithic structures, to star forts, to energy signatures, and all the above, all these different things. And I think, in my opinion, it's built off antediluvian technology. But here we go. Check this out. This is where they kind of literally lost their way and lost communications. I'm gonna throw something out here after I put the ley lines up. So if they went missing approximately in here, as you can see on the photo here, they approximately went missing around this vicinity right here. So if you all know that I've talked about this before, I'm gonna zoom in. So if they went missing in this, I mean, there's ley lines everywhere in this square here. So I thought about it, and I thought billionaires, all this money, and even I think his name is, what was it? Let's see, I have it pulled up here. One moment. I think the actual, let's see, Stockton Rush is the Ocean Gate Expedition CEO, was on board, and then also Hamish Harding was on there with the other exception. There was 3 more other people on there, and I think they're billionaires. So with all this alien activity, with all this stuff going on in the realm, I started thinking about it. All the activity on the West Coast on the blimps right off the shoreline of California, they were showing anomaly. Like, it looked like rain, but hey, it was military. So riddle that one off for me. Whatever. But these ley lines, so if it went missing around this area approximately, and I mean it's in a circumference, I mean it's pretty much covered with ley lines in proximity. And I've always talked about this on my visual disturbance or any channel I do. It can affect the area about 40 to 60 miles out in a circumference field. So this would be covered a large amount of area, a large amount of real estate. And it was baffling to me, the Titanic, the whole story about the Titanic. I'm not trying to rule it out or anything or discredit that or any shape or form. But I thought about, why in the world, why now? And why is this happening after all the other news and all the military waves everywhere, the so-called, exercises they're doing, the aliens, I did that broadcast about over a week ago with the Las Vegas narrative, and then boom. So we know that the Tic Tacs and all this stuff, the Tic Tac would be, the so-called UFO phenomenon, all these different things come out of the water. And I started really thinking about it. And here's what I come up with. So you all see this on the screen, so get this. So I started thinking about it. And the next slide that I'm getting ready to show, I don't agree with it, but I want to show it just for the sake where my mind is going. So they started on Sunday, if I'm not mistaken, if that's the correct day, and then they ended up today with a certain amount of oxygen. And they say they just vanished from thin air. They can't even find it. They think this little submarine has imploded maybe. Maybe something happened. And it would just disintegrate and just went into oblivion. I'm gonna show y'all something. Summer solstice. The summer solstice starts today. They're doing Stonehenge right now. They're having a powwow. Forgive me, I'm not going to put anybody down. They're having a powwow to welcome in the summer solstice. My question was, I started thinking about it logistically. And I said, my goodness, if these people do not get found, they're saying right now as we do this broadcast live, they are saying that they're finding all kinds of anomaly noises, etc., etc., etc. Whenever I seen that they lost communications to a certain extent level, to not even, they hadn't even reached their destination. It wasn't even halfway. They started losing signal and everything. I started thinking about it. Summer solstice, gates, ley lines, portals. I guess we want to call it Ocean Gate. Why not call it Stargate? We're going into the water. Why not just go there? Atlantean, Atlantic Ocean, Atlantis. Hello. I'm not trying to be weird here on Visual Disturbance, but I probably am. I am a little bit of weird. Yeah. Give me a break, I'm just being silly. But so summer solstice, right? So, and it goes to these, so it starts and it kind of goes and it kind of hits the peak, and today it'd be the 21st and it's welcoming in the so-called summer. And then I think it kind of tapers off on the 22nd. Like, I think it kind of starts losing its flavor when it comes to the, the whole solstice narrative. The whole sun energies and all these different things. We could get into a whole topic, but I'm not going to go there because I don't believe in all this stuff. But I will say, to harness the sun and the constellation systems and everything, and one that has knowledge, one person or two people that are I'm just going to throw this out here, that have money and want to take a voyage that no man has seen before, that will not have to even acquire any kind of thing, but just going into the water and possibly going somewhere. And I made the comment even to myself. I said, they jumped. And what I mean by jumping, when you look at the ocean water and you go back and look at the hurricane nature all up the East Coast, which we are going to be talking about in the Bermuda Triangle Part 2, I've come to the conclusion when you look at the Bermuda Triangle and everything, and you get on this, you can go down into some deep rabbit holes, but when you go down to the Bermuda Triangle, which is not too, it's a distance south of this so-called disappearing of the submarine, yes, but it's not too far. And I'm just, there's one more thing. Did you all know that NASA, I'm not giving them credit, I'm just throwing this out here. Did you know NASA has stations that monitor? No, they monitor. They're monitoring systems. I was going to do a broadcast months and months ago, but I got so side-swiped with all this. I've had some interesting events in my world. So check this out. I'm going to show you all something. Not too far from where they took off. And it's just, you can't help it. You just got to go there. All these little tacks are these are all indicators, by the way. All these yellow symbols that are popping up on the America and all of the world here to the right, if you go to Ukraine or Europe and all that, all these little tabs are monitoring stations. They monitor weather patterns, energy patterns, the Earth. I mean, they're all different types of. They're not satellite. Well, they're supposedly communicating with satellites, but they're a communication, some type of communication system. That. So I thought it was interesting that Sable Island has one on it. Well, if you go right here, approximately where they're missing, and then you go right here, you know, where they kind of took off. So they ascended and descended, and you got Sable Island over here, and you got Star Fort. You know, you can make a pyramid or a triangle out of anything, but I thought it was really coincidental. I don't believe in coincidences, but if you stretch it over here, and then you go up to here, and you go back, and it made a pyramid, like a triangle. And I just thought it was interesting when you go and do the ley lines, and you pop the ley line energy signatures that are cracking all over the Earth. And if you go and you look, the red one here, it literally goes over top that island. And then the same one that goes through that island would be approximately, you know, in this square would be one of the edged on the outside boundaries of what we referred to earlier. But yeah, and wait. So when the red one crosses the purple one, it goes up here to St. John's. There's something nefarious going on. And I'm sorry. They said that it should have floated back up by now. People are saying it imploded, like I mentioned earlier. And I'm just not buying it. I'm just not buying it. I don't know. But yeah, real quick, I'm just going to take a few seconds here. If you haven't subscribed to Visual Disturbance, please do. I'd be honored to have you on here as part of the Visual Disturbance family. Go check out the links in the description. I got quite a few links in the description. Go check out my coffee page. The links in the description. Thank everybody. I always thank you all because it means a lot. Thank you all for all the support. Seriously, all the support and love, and just bearing with me. And I wish I'm able to put more broadcast up, but for my health, sometimes I get a little sidetracked. Well, it's not sidetracked. I can't. Sometimes I just can't put up as many broadcasts as I'd like to. I'd like to have one on every other day, but forgive me. I am still working on getting like alien in the news or UFO phenomenon, cryptic, or anything sightings, anything to that narrative, you know, we can pull up and have, like, I'm still working on that, and I have the credit to whoever sends it to me or whatnot, and it would be a blessing. Yeah. And thank you all for whoever donated. Thank you. I see my little "They Live" in the corner. I have my Google Earth imagery up. It blocked off my little Rodney Piper image there. But yeah, so what do you guys think? Because I'm having trouble really it's just always a distraction. You know, it's always a distraction, but see, they're honing in, they're making us all become on this one mindset. Like, it's mainstream media, they're projecting this. Yes, it's a disaster. Yes, it's horrible these people are missing. Yes, I have 100%. I pray for these people and their families. It has nothing to do, I'm not trying to discredit anything that's going on here. I'm just saying there's more to it, and I don't think they even know. And they don't. They've even admitted it. I've watched some clips. They're saying, we don't know what's going on. So even the experts are saying we don't know what's going on. And mind you, let's just throw us in here. What baffles me, they had like an Xbox controller that actually drove the little craft, a little vessel they drove in. They literally used an Xbox controller or something to that effect. I think it was an Xbox, or it's like a $60 controller to control a $250,000 per ticket voyage to see the Titanic. And speaking of Titanic, Has anybody ever thought about why and how the Titanic sunk? And then you hear the narratives, what we already know. Did something happen? I don't know. Did something happen that was never told, is what I'm saying. I know it's on the ground down there on the ocean floor. Is there something to it? Is there something more to it? That's what I'm saying. But anyways, I was checking up the chat. Forgive me. But yeah, so that's kind of where my gears are, where I'm turning, what's going on in my brain today, what's rattling off. So I hope y'all enjoyed the Google Earth imagery. But I just thought it was interesting that you can go here, and little Sable Island has a monitoring station. And the next monitoring station is way out here, okay? In the lands that you don't never see unless you hone in on them. And yeah, there's little islands. So it's almost a straight line across too, is what baffled me. So all this area in this Atlantic Ocean is monitored in a circumference. And then you talk about the Ring of Fire, all that, you know, the earthquake systems. And it's a whole nother topic for a whole nother show. But the ley lines are popping. This whole area here where the Titanic is supposedly is, and the whole voyage of the whole system of them going and miraculously disappearing from thin air, and then looking up and seeing the star fort, and then there's all this other stuff, these anomalies here. I think that they knew where they was going. If they did know, or they was doing an experiment and testing the waters, literally. And that's why I was mentioning the summer solstice a while ago. Because it happened to be the perfect timing. The perfect timing for them to just, I mean, they had enough time, and they had supposedly enough oxygen in their vessel to survive up to a certain point. And they're saying and then now they're saying there's noises and all this different stuff on the ground. And I'm asking if you're just now joining, I'm just trying to ask a question. It's a critical thinking question. If they have the advanced systems, I understand all the logistics. I get satellite imagery, I get it all. I understand. If you can take fiber optic cable, maybe you might learn something new today, I don't know. But if you take fiber optic cable, there's fiber optic cable that's under the ocean floor. How in the world did the ocean floor get fiber optic cable? And people are like, well, Brian, they use satellites for internet service. No. Fiber optic cable is actually on the ground floor of the ocean. So how are we supposed to get down there? But we lost this little submergible submarine 2 miles down. I'm baffled, y'all. And then another thing, this is another one. This is another just random thought. How do you, I mean, they have sonar. They have advanced sonar. I mean, this is in the 40s and 50s with the Navy destroyer ships. They had sonar. They could go way down deep in the ground. Am I living in the Twilight Zone? Like, for real, am I living in like Delusionville? And I'm just a guy, man. Like, I'm a guy from Kentucky that fell off a milk truck, visually impaired to a certain extent, got all kinds of issues with that. And am I foolish thinking here? Like, if they can track whales and fish on sonar, you mean tell me you can't find a little tiny, here's one, 2017, they was tracking a UAP or UFO they was tracking it coming out of the water. I get it, but how the heck do you lose something that was going down for 2 miles, but we can find all kinds of large, massive whales and different anomalies in the ocean floor, but we can't find this? Look, everybody, something more nefarious is going on. And I'm I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid and letting them brainwash me to believe that there's nothing that can be done. I think if we're supposedly supposed to have all this advanced equipment, and we've progressed so far ahead of any civilization, that's what they'll say, they can darn well get that thing out of the water. They was even saying the other night that they have to drag it, you have to hook it and all this stuff, and they got submarines that look, I'm gonna get on a rant. We got submarines vanishing to do with you know what. I'm not gonna say it on here. We got submarines vanishing or reappearing and popping up on the other side of the world, and then they're saying, well, we lost them. The submarines can go way deep, down deep. They're like, well, they'll say, no, all of this crap. Yeah, I understand the vessel's different, but if you're paying $250,000 a ticket, and you have this amount of money, and you have this amount of financing and all this stuff, and this is not a one-time deal. This has been going on. They've had several voyages. I'm not buying the narrative. And I think let's just riddle it off here. There could be, and I'm not 100% sold on this, but there could be some time dilation going on. There could be some UFO at play. There could be time manipulation. I could go down a big rabbit hole with that. We'll do that for another video. But I don't like to go, you know. I'll have to probably do that on Rumble or some other broadcast, but there's something going on here, guys. There's definitely something more at play. I'm gonna pull back Google Earth up, because my gearbox is still not. I'm still coherent in my brain. So give me one sec. I'm a little slow today, but I'm still cranking. I'm drinking this lovely, I don't even know what it is, concoction of healthy food in a mason jar that my wife was kind enough to give me during the broadcast. So I hope that's not distracting either. But, oh, me hungry. But anyways, so I'm gonna show you all perspective here. So if we look at I wasn't gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it now because I feel up to it. I'm gonna turn the ley lines off so you can see, and then I'm gonna turn off I'll just leave it on there. Here's Bermuda. Here's the area they lost the people. So just for the fun here, let's do something fun here. Let's make a path. And well, if it'll work. Hello. Sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it does. And one moment, I'm gonna make a path, just kind of give you all where I'm at here. So you go to it's not working, that's all right. It's been doing that here lately. I have no clue why, but it is. It's fine. If that's all that goes wrong during the broadcast, I am super thrilled beyond measure. So that's where I'm at. It's not gonna work. That's all right. It doesn't matter. I'll give you all perspective. You got Sable Island, right? I know the ruler will work. I can actually measure in miles how far this location is. So it's about, roughly 900 miles, 850 miles. And then approximately where the Sable Island and where they went missing, it's about 500 miles. So if a man was to have all the constellations on Google Earth lined up at the precise exact moment of time when the summer solstice and all this stuff alignment and all this stuff going on in the heavens, Bermuda Triangle, this is what I've learned along the way when I look into Indian Mountains, etc., etc. I wonder if the clock was just right. Okay, I'm not trying to say the Earth is, going into 1 billion miles an hour. I'm talking about the constellations, everybody. So if you see my hands, the constellations is like a clock, a calendar, it's a map. So it's like timing, and it's over top of these ley lines. It's pop. I've been saying pop in here lately. A DC Cooper, if you're in the house. That's a little inside joke about trees. But anyways, you turn the constellations are moving, right? And you're stationary. We're a stationary land here, so the constellations are moving. It's like a clock, so it's going over these precise moments at precise times June, a few days back, and then June the 21st, here we are, summer solstice. Excuse me, you got a submarine on, something's missing. So either, I hate to go down the big rabbit hole, either time dilation, something, portal of some shape or form, they went somewhere, they done something to that level effect, and that's why you can't find them. And people are like, well, Brian, it imploded, like I said a minute ago. And they're going to say that. Here we go. It finally worked that time. Hello, it worked. So I was trying to make, this is approximately where they left. This little red dot over here. They kind of lost their way. Well, whatever's going on here. So something's going down. So this is if you're just now tuning in, this is a NASA, the Sable Island. This little indicator tack here it's just a surveillance system that they have. And they actually have quite a few over here in Bermuda Triangle. I think they have 3. Yeah, they have 3. But yeah, just want to make the triangle shape, and this thing's all messed up there. Forgive me for that. Let's cancel that part. But anyways, it's kind of interesting. I just want to kind of give y'all some imagery, let y'all see it, kind of get a feel for what's going on here, where my mind's at. Is there some type of land? Because you look in Lemuria and the Atlantic and all that. There's you see all kinds of old maps of Amira. I'm getting tongue tied here. Lemuria and the Atlantis narrative and everything, in the Atlantic Ocean. And I'm just not really. And one would wonder too is like the whole American Stonehenge and this. If we really wanted to get into it and really take a deep dive for this broadcast, we could. But Stonehenge is right here. And if you go out, I mean, this is a whole nother topic. I mean, we get all kinds of crazy down the rabbit hole we go. But American Stonehenge, like I mentioned a minute ago, they're doing some type of welcoming in the summer solstice, and it's kind of interesting that if you go across, not too far, it is a distance if but the perception of it here, if you're looking at it, it's not that on the screen here is what I mean. 1,000 miles out, which is kind of interesting. And it's just, something to play around with and kind of give y'all and kind of open everybody's mind to kind of where my head is with this. I hope everybody's enjoying it. I hadn't even checked the chat. I only seen it once before I did when I was doing the broadcast at the beginning, because a lot of people was inquiring about my lovely blue light filtering glasses that I got from the doctor. But yeah. I'm gonna go chat and see what y'all are talking about up in here, and see what everybody. I'm gonna kind of go back and scroll back up and pull my screen back up. Thank you all for hanging in there with me this afternoon on a random broadcast, by the way. Armando88, God bless you. Hippie Hebrew Homestead, hope you're doing well. Need some special visual disturbance quality sound effects. More FX. How about oh yeah, okay. So there's people, okay. That's a whole nother topic too. The summer solstice and these nice people have disappeared. How about this? Are these people I know what you're talking about now. Yeah. We're talking about get into ritualistic stuff and it can get real deep on that topic. Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. But one would wonder. I'm not going to mention it because I'm going to watch what I say on here, because I'm probably scraping on the edge of going too far here. But there's some documents I've got. I've got some documents, you all. Talk about space programs, and this is like in the early 40s, mid 50s. Talks about space vessels and stuff. Nothing to do with going up in the sky, mind you. I'm talking about water excursions. Hello. Yeah. And this has nothing to do with submarines either. I'm talking about something that looked like something off Star Trek, but it goes in the water. Why do we got that, everybody? Why do we have that? Explain to me. Why do we have that? But then we have 4 tires on the street and all this so-called, technology, but it's nothing to do with the sun. It's all the same. And James, are the documents in a box? Yeah, I've got some of them in a box. I think. Do I? Yeah, I do have some. And I do have, I hope, but I've got some, and I also have some that I've given to my family member. But yeah. Yeah. If you're just now tuning in, thank you for being here today on this random broadcast, Missing Underwater. I'll stay on for a little bit longer. I don't want. I know y'all are taking your all's time out for me this afternoon to come on here and bless me. It's a blessing for y'all to come on here with me. Thank you for the donations, everybody. I mean, God bless you all. It means a lot. It means a lot. So, yeah. Let me get a drink of water. Yeah, if y'all want me, I'll tell you what. First 2 people that, if we'll do a random, since we have a little bit of time, I'll do a random Google Earth. If you want me to go somewhere that's in your local area, if you want to look at some kind of megalithic site, let me know and put it in the description in the chat, and I'll throw it up there before we get off. Even though it has nothing to do with this topic. Well, it does, but I feel kind of up for it now. Yeah, Kooky Lady, the new moon was 2 days ago. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, look, I could go down. We're going to do another broadcast. I'll try to do another one here soon. We're going to go down a rabbit hole. Oh yeah, wait. There's 2 other things. Jason Miller, welcome to the broadcast. He's over laughing at me for some reason. But anyways, I actually have 2 things I'm going to do. I actually got an opportunity the other day. I've been a couple times, but let me know in the chat if you all would like it. I'm going to have to do some editing and stuff, but I'm going to do a live broadcast and present the Ark, like the Noah's Ark that they built in Kentucky. I was blessed the other day to go, and I actually was able to get some footage. Mind you, there was like 10,000. There was a ton of people there. I'm kind of throwing a high number out, but there was a lot of people there because it was Father's Day, and I got a lot of footage on the Ark and all the stuff. I'm not going to discredit it or mock it or any shape or form. I'm just going to throw the footage up, and then we can talk about it. We'll do a live broadcast if you all want me to. If you all never had the opportunity to go to Kentucky and check out the big Ark, the replica that they made several years ago, I'm going to do a broadcast on it. Then also, I'm going to do a really interesting broadcast on, everybody's going to say I'm a softie, but I'm going to be, I'm going to put up just an interesting, very quiet and pleasant, nothing to do with conspiracies, nothing to do with giants, nothing. I mean, I'm just going to be talking about bees. I'm going to talk about bees. Literally, the importance of bees in our society and how important their role is for food and life. I mean, literally. Oh, there's a bunch of people in the chat, and they're rambling on. I'm trying to look. Miss Sherry, you want me to go to the Ark in St. Louis? I mean, the Arch. Let's go to the Arch. Let's do it. I'll do it for you, Miss Sherry. I hope you're doing well. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go there. Let's go to St. Louis. Let's go to St. Louis, and let's do that. Let's do the Arch. Let's see what happens. Let's see what kind of ley lines. Let's see what kind of ley lines and narratives going on here. Oh yeah, we're gonna be popping here in a minute. Of course, the screen starts freezing up. That's okay. All right, here we go. Check this out. Is the footage and everything still? Is it good? Am I not like freezing up? Let me know if I'm freezing up and glitching, because I had some issues last live broadcast I had. I was kind of discouraged by it, but it was still a good program. I was talking about the Las Vegas narrative. I hope it's not glitching too bad. Okay, so here we are, St. Louis at the Arch here. I've been there one time. One time. I didn't get on it. I was actually at the base. I went there in 2007. Almost got killed, Sherry. Almost got killed out there in St. Louis by a car when I was walking. 2007. 2007. Can't make this stuff up. Anyways, I'm gonna check this out, Miss Sherry. I haven't done this for a while in this particular location, so here we go. Let's see what the ley lines are here at this lovely facility. Man, where are they? Okay, all right. Let's see. That's a pretty good far distance from that, honestly. Let's see. Let me pull it up here. Let's just go across. That's a pretty... No, it ain't too far. It's like 56 miles that direction with the ley line narrative and like 90 miles that way. It is kind of interesting, though. There's 116, 137... It is kind of interesting that it's in a triangle, like right down, almost in the middle of a triangle formation of ley lines. So that's kind of interesting. Sherry's like, oh no. Anybody else? Hippie Homestead, I love the bees too. I missed somebody. There was somebody in the thing. The pyramids under Lake Michigan, there's a ton, yes. I won't be able to find them because they're underwater. Can't find anything. It's I'm being that was bad. That was bad. That was bad. I shouldn't have said that. If you listen, if you can't look, if there, that's another hippie. Look, if the pyramids are down under the ground, underneath the ocean floor, right under Lake Michigan, how the heck can you not find a little small? Just think about this. Just think about this logistically. You know why? Because those pyramids have been down there for ancient times, and they know darn well where they're at, and they don't have to have any sonar or nothing to pick it up. There have been several UFO sightings. Miss Sherry. Yeah. Let's see. Hey, let's do this, Miss Sherry. Let's go to Star Forts. Oh man, have you been to Star Fort, Sherry? It's not too far from you. It's literally not too far. Have you been to the Star Fort? Let's check this out. What is that? Is it charter? Look. Okay, so look at this. This is supposedly a star. Yeah, it's a Star Fort. Have you been to Star Fort, Sherry? If you have, if you haven't, let me know. That's not too far from you. You ought to go check it out if you haven't. You might not even know about it. I mean, a lot of people don't even know. I mean, I live not too far from a Star Fort myself. I didn't know it until a few years back. So, yeah, the Star Fort is in the center. That's right, Hippie Homestead. Yeah, and then there's a bunch more down here too. It's further out, but in proximity of St. Louis, that's the closest one. This Fort Duffield that's in my neck of the woods. Fort Duffield. Yeah, it's but I have been to. Okay, let's go check that out. Let's pull this back. Let's go check out the mounds that you keep talking about. Forgive me if I miss everybody. If you're telling me stuff, it's hard for me to track sometimes when I'm trying to coordinate the broadcast and then trying to look at the chat. Forgive me. It's not intentionally done. It's just because my eyes don't register quick enough. Okay. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Let's get it going. All right, here we go. So I'm assuming this is the site that you're... All right, let's see what we got here. Okay, I see them now. I still have do I have the ley lines up on this one? Oh, there's one thing I forgot to point out. That's right dab in the middle too. Everything's in the middle. Let me pull up the military facilities here. Oh, hey, Sherry, look at this. Look at me military facilities you all have. My goodness. There's so many. What do you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a lot. And you got 3 that's in a triangle formation that's not too far from this mounds site. Wow. Just can't make this stuff up. Welcome to Visual Disturbance World. Thank you, Miss Sherry, for yeah, you are surrounded by 3 rivers. It is crazy. And then I'm gonna go one more place. Oh, the building you're looking will be okay. I don't know if I can pull it up. Okay, let me see. Now, let me see if I can pull it up. Okay, NAB Coronado, is that what it's called? Let's pull that up. Why not? Hippie Hebrew wants to take me down a rabbit hole. Okay. And let's go there. Let's just see what happens. Okay, I see it. maybe I'll see it, maybe I won't. Hang on. Is that in California you're talking about? Is that California? I'll have to do some more research on it because I'll be you talking about a Navy, like a Navy base? I don't know if you see me in the chat. Let me see. Yeah, buddy. Here we go. Okay. It's on. Okay. Just blame Hippie Hebrew for the technical difficulties in the chat. He's taking me. So it's in California. And you're looking for. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. And it says Navy Gateway End. I mean, it's kind of funny how they put this stuff right there on the end. It makes me laugh. Right, there's the square base. Okay, right here. Talk about the square base here. This rectangular base. Yeah, it's looks like a circuit board. Very close. Yeah, that's NAB. Oh, NAB community. Okay, there it is. Okay, cool. All right. Talking about this recreation center, this NAB community. Yeah, it's all this. I'm gonna have to look into this more for another broadcast. Oh, okay. All right, are we there? Yeah, I'm just gonna zoom in. I'm gonna try to cover the whole thing. Since I'm already here, I'm gonna zoom in and just. Oh, it's over. This is a daggone Stranger Things facility. It looks like I can't get a. I'm getting ready to take us in to where no man has gone before because it's not letting me go in and not letting me zoom in. This stuff cracks me up. I'll tell y'all a story. When you're going to these places on Google Earth, it only lets you go if it's Navy or Army. Obviously, you can't go to the streets, but if you can go down the road about a mile, it'll be fine. But it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy stuff. Very interesting. Yeah, Jamie, you're too late. You're too late for the visuals. Yeah, you said Bermuda. I've already talked about the Bermuda Triangle. I'm just kidding. I did the Bermuda Triangle. A little insert while ago. I'm going to be doing that here soon. And yeah, Hippie Hebrew, you got me on I will try my best. I will pull this back up some other day and I'll look for what you're saying. Absolutely. I'll keep it in mind. But Yeah, I'm going to be doing that Bermuda Triangle soon. Okay. Hopefully the camera and everything is still not frozen up. I've been having a few little hiccups along the way, but I pray it's still good. Let me know if y'all enjoying the broadcast. I'm going to let's see. Anybody else want me to take you somewhere down to the in the random world of Google Earth? Yeah. Homeland Security, yeah. Bless the homeland, yeah. And also, I haven't interacted with the chat like this for a long time, so it's kind of fun. Yeah, I'm enjoying it myself. But yeah, Leviathan grab the the Titan sub. Yeah, hey LJ, yeah LJ. I had that in my mind. I did. I just didn't bring it up. And thank you for bringing that up on there. Are there ley lines in Mount Rushmore? Well, Gary Cooper, I'm going to take you to Mount Rushmore. Is that okay? You want me to take you to Mount Rushmore? And LJ, the Leviathan thing did cross my mind about this whole missing sub. Let me take you to Mount Rushmore, Gary. Let's go there. Mount Rushmore. Bam. Let's see. Let's see here. Gary, I hope I'm in the right place. Mount Rushmore. And there's a ley line not too far, Gary. Not too far, my friend. Not too far. I mean, heck, this whole thing's a mountain there. So, Mount Rushmore. So, what, 16 miles out? Not too far. You got all kinds of military bases. I hope it's correct. I hope it's the correct thing that you're... Okay, yes, go ahead and send it. Yeah. Gary, get it, Milkman. Y'all cracking me up. I'm glad the footage and everything's not freezing up on the live stream, so praise God for that. I had a few little hiccups there, but I can ignore that. That's all good. Yeah, old Mount Rushmore. I mean, it's pretty apparent that it's got a lot of ley lines. I hope you're seeing it, Gary. Let's see. Anybody else want me to take you somewhere on here? Google Earth Marathon turned into missing underwater episode to going on excursions ourselves on Google Earth. Okay, so the footage is good then, Hippie Hebrew. Thanks for the verification. Thanks for verifying that. I appreciate it. Let's see. Yeah, you're welcome, Gary. But yeah, you're ate up with Mount Rushmore. If you live in that area, Gary, it's all it's popping and cracking up there, man. But there's just, I mean, let's just get an aerial view. Let's just look at the United States alone. I mean, come on, everybody. Well, let me get the red dots off and all the other indicators off here. There, let's turn that back on. Let's turn the military bases off. And turn this. That's my star forwards. Turn the star forwards off. And then go to ley lines. So if you can see the ley lines, we're pretty stacked when it comes to ley lines all over the earth. But if there's any particular place, if you're from another country and you want me to go to another country, please. Oh yeah, Dubai is off the chain. Yeah, Dubai is off the chain, and um, Christine in Colorado, Cheyenne Mountain. Oh man, I love that place. Hang on, that one's a good one. This has turned into a. I mean, we're gonna be here all day. I'm just kidding around, but yeah, I don't mind a bit to go in there. All right, let's go. Let's go to Cheyenne Mountain, and let's see what's cracking. Yeah, this is gonna be good. I think I got it correct. Yeah, I got it. Well, I zoomed in too far. So yeah, I've been here before, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is the same. This is the star. I think this is the same place they use for Stargate Atlantis and Stargate SG-1 and all that. Correct? The facility in Cheyenne Mountain and all that. Yeah, 24 miles, 23 miles from Cheyenne Mountain, roughly 20 miles. If you're just now seeing it, and oh, it's 5 minutes away from you. Wow. Now that's cool. You gotta, if you get the opportunity, Miss Christine, not trying to ask too much from you, but I would like to have some photos or footage. If there's any way you could possibly get some footage. If you can't, that's fine. But I would just thought I'd ask if you're ever out that way and you have some footage or something, I'd be very blessed to have it. Yeah, that would be very kind of you. So yeah, there's military bases all over the place here. This one's in the Cheyenne. You got the Cheyenne Mountain. You got 1, 2, 3. It's not too far from each other. A lot of stuff going on there. A lot of stuff. I mean, I think you got star forts around the vicinity too, if I'm not mistaken. You got quite a few star forts. There's star forts somewhere. I know there is somewhere. It might be farther out. It's one down. Fort Union. Forgive me, it was Fort Union. It's not too well. It's still a good haul. It's not even in Colorado, but that's the closest star fort you got. Very cool. Very cool. Iron Mountain. Yeah. There is an Iron Mountain. Okay, so, and thank you, Jason and Star Miller. Bless you both. Iron Mountain is just an hour north of us. Okay. You want me to go to Iron Mountain? Let's go to Iron Mountain. Let's just have fun today. At first, I wasn't really fired up at the beginning of the program, and thank you all for hanging in there with me and staying with me. That's Iron Mountain in Wisconsin, isn't it? Yeah, it's Iron in Wisconsin. Is it Wisconsin? Hippie Hebrew? Yeah, it's Wisconsin, yeah. Let's see. Let's go there. I think I got it right. I still got that lovely, where am I at? Okay, Iron Mountain. Well, there's a bunch of Iron Mountains. Well, the companies and stuff. The Iron Mountain Mine, and I'm assuming it's up here. Is it up here? I know I'm getting close because I'm in Wisconsin, but oh, there's ley lines. Let's just, for the sake of fun here, Hippie Hebrew. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, you got. Hey, look. All right. So, well, I'm in Wisconsin. Hello. And there's Iron Mountain here. There's all kinds of Iron Mountains. What's going on here? Wow. Okay then. It's crazy. Quite a bit of stuff here, guys. Quite a bit of stuff. Oh, Isabel, I will try to do that. I've been wanting to do that and get into the whole moon stuff and all that. I was wondering to see if there's some kind of program that you can incorporate with Google Earth that you can so-called Mars, and I think you can surface something about the moon. I'll have to look into it. I have kind of touched base on it, but yeah. he got a ley line over your property. Hippie Hebrew, yeah. That's so cool. I'm so glad to have you on here today, everybody. It's really good to have you guys on here. Yeah. Being so kind and just dealing with me, and on this on this journey together on the Visual Disturbance channel, checking out whatever's going on in the world, which there's quite a bit. But yeah, hello from Sweden. Sweden. Wow. Daniel, correct? Daniel. Yeah, bless you. Welcome. Welcome. And Isabel. Let's see. Man, there's all kinds. Man, I'm gonna have to do. You know what I'm gonna do? I'll tell you what. What about this? I'm gonna do one or two more because everybody seems to be really enjoying this. I will do a live broadcast, and what we'll do for future endeavors, we'll do a live broadcast just for lane lines only. And what I'll do is I'll introduce the program, and we'll literally just do ley lines the whole time. Like I'll just engage with the chat from the beginning. When I say go, I'll start trying to. We'll do like 2 hours or an hour worth of just ley lines going to all y'all's local places. Oh, South America, South Africa, blessings. That's awesome. Oh wow, from all you all out here, God bless you all. Yeah, from different countries and everything. It's so cool. Yeah, so very cool. Yeah, bless you. Yeah. If anybody wants me to go out of the States, out of the United States, and go to Sweden or anywhere, I can go to Sweden. Gary Cooper, let's go to that dam you're talking about. Let's do it. Let's see. I'm assuming that's not too far from. Have I looked at that dam before? Let's see. Where is that at? Gary, is what state's that? Is that in a different country? Ley line of last place that. Oh yeah. Ley line of the last place the Titan sub vanished. Okay. Let's see. Ley line. LJ, you want me to go to okay. Let's see. Gary Cooper, I'm ready to push the button on the dam that you wanted me to push on. Which state is it in? Because sometimes I didn't catch where you put it. Did you put it on there where it said the state that you wanted me to refer to? And I've done lost it. Welcome to Visual Disturbance. Moans were coming out. Okay, so I will go back to that. I will make sure I save it. And I'm seeing Iraq. Is it Iraq that you want me to go to? Okay, that's it. In Baghdad. Okay, I thought I was correct. Okay, cool. All right. A little slow on the chat. Let's go. I think this is correct. Is this the correct place, Gary? Now this, obviously this is a different country. Obviously we're in Iraq. But when I see water sources, and I know I have an app that has a bunch of mounds. And when I look at it, this place is inundated with mounds, like all over the place. And as you can see, these red indicator lights these are military bases. I mean, it's crazy. But yeah, so I hope that's the right place. Let's see if do I have my ley lines going on? Maybe I do. Let me see. Yeah, I do. So it's not too far from a ley line right here, Gary. It's not too far, Gary, from, let's see. I'll give you a little bit more perspective here. Let's just go where the dam is, and it's about 14 miles from a ley line. 14 miles, man. And I mean, and that's the only one. Well, let me reframe. There's one more up here, and there's one that's like, approximately 35, 36 miles away. And here's an interesting part of all this is like when you're looking at these military facilities and stuff, especially in Iraq. Obviously, where there's water, there's life. It's interesting in Iraq. I'll take that back. In my area too, in Kentucky, they're built around streams of water, either a big, almost categorized as a river, but a big creek, and it's mind-boggling. Very cool stuff. Yeah, let's go. But yeah, this is an ominous. What'd you say? What'd you say? It was very creepy, right? With moans and groans and evil stuff, sinister, paranormal activity, whatever the stuff is going on over in this dam. And I don't think I'm going to check it out in real life, Gary. I don't think I want to check it out. I don't think I'm down with that. But yeah, we got. Let's see. Yeah, we in the deep of it today, guys. We're going all over the place. Yeah. Huh. Were you stationed there? Oh, somebody's talking to somebody. Okay. Very cool. But Sweden and South Africa. Wow. People from there. Do y'all want me to go to Sweden? I'll tell you what. If you're still watching, Daniel, I will take you to Sweden. Just to show you how many ley lines are out in your area. I don't know where we're at. I've misspelled it, but it's still going to take me there. No, it's not. It's not going to take me there. Wrong thing. That's my fault. I told you I misspelled it. That's my fault. Wasn't intentional. It was a mistype. As you can see, there's a lot going on here. we got. So look at all the. If here's Sweden, and there's a good old fashioned blue line. That's another ley line. I mean, going right through it. I mean, there's quite a. If you're seeing this, Daniel, quite a few ley lines in your area. You have a star fort. I mean, it's still a journey for you. I don't know how you could commute to that. I don't know if there's a lot of terrain or whatever, but there's this Nopping Fort. I'm probably pronouncing it terribly, but I don't know if you've ever seen that star fort. It's not in Sweden, but it's close. But I mean, you got a ton of star forts, west of you and east of you across the water there, the Baltic Sea. Wow. And then, but yeah, Sweden has a lovely. it's setting right on a ley line. So wow, phenomenal. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you. Oh, you're saying, well, that's crazy. Yeah, it is. And what's so baffling me is the Gulf of Boltana. I can't pronounce it. You have to listen. I'm from Kentucky, man. But the triangle here, that's what's baffling me. It's almost like perfectly laid over that water. It's pretty baffling. It almost looks like an hourglass, upside down. Yeah, it's kind of. We can go down a big rabbit hole on that. But yeah, very cool stuff. Very cool stuff. And he mentioned it earlier. Yeah, y'all are funny. But yeah, there's even in that proximity, Daniel. Look how many. This is what I'm gonna do another Star Fort video too. When you look out and you see all around your area in south of Sweden from where you're from, wow. Look at all. I mean, it's and you get into the Ukraine, Europe, and all this down through here. It's stacked. I mean, you got star forts everywhere. I mean, we could do a star fort program just alone by itself. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it, Daniel from Sweden. And I never forgot the other person's name from South Africa. It started with a T, and I cannot find it. Kooky lady. What I've noticed about the ley line narratives is, and I've looked at it, there was a lot of cultic books on it and stuff. They would talk about paranormal activity and stuff like that. They would reminisce and harness, literally, some very dark stuff. That was ominous, and there was all kinds of stories about the ley lines and their paranormal activity. I think it's literally, just like how we have an internet here, like the internet that you can't see, you can see it through fiber optic cables, but Wi-Fi, for example. I think it's the same kind of thing, but like on steroids. In my opinion, it's antediluvian and angelic. There's an angelic attribute to it, angelic narrative to it. It's got to be. Oh, okay, I got it. Let's go to George, South Africa. Okay, I will do that. But yeah, to answer your question, I think but I think it does have something to affect, human residents, all that stuff you get into. I don't really get into it much, but I have looked at it in that form and tried to really narrow in on it and really kind of get it more of an understanding myself. But if you look, they're built on ancient sites, and then when you look at it too, the military is built around them. And then when I remember looking back, it was on a paranormal activity narrative. It's pretty surreal stuff. I'm gonna go to George, South Africa. We're gonna do this thing because you took the time to be on here with me, and we are gonna go to George, South Africa. I think I'm in the right position, in the right coordinates. If I'm not, forgive me, but I think I've nailed it here. You have a star fort not too far. It's on the shoreline. Cape Town Castle. I've looked at this one before, and I hope I'm in the right position. George, South Africa. And I lost your name again. Was it Teresa or Theresa? Yeah, I might have butchered the name. I've lost in the chat, but forgive me. But I am in the right location. George, South Africa. And your ley lines are, there is quite a bit of ley lines going on here. Let's see what's happening. Let's see if I can get my ruler to work. Well, it's not one. There we go. 94 miles. That's a pretty good distance there. But this one, I don't know. George, South Africa might be a good place to live because there's not many ley lines. Because I remember reading, if you're just now tuning in, 40 to 60 miles out in a circumference, it would be effective. So you're kind of out in the middle. That's probably not much, as far as what we've been talking about, paranormal stuff and everything. But I could be wrong. I'm just a man. But that is a pretty good distance, 100 miles that way. But you are surrounded by them. But I wanted to zoom in on the South Africa Cape Town Castle. How about that? And that's not too far from you. Oh, you've been to Cape Town. You've been there. Okay. So this is very cool. So anybody get a little visual on here on the Star Fort? The viewer that's watching today, thank you for being here. And this is... if you have photos or footage of this place, I would love to see them, because that's been taken by somebody. If it's AI and stuff like that, I'd try to veer away from. But if it's actually a legit photo, wow, I would be blessed to have it. Oh, okay, Banner Elk, North Carolina, LJ. I've seen you. I've lost you in the chat, but now I see you. All right, let's go to. But yeah, bless you from South Africa. Yes, it's so cool. Very cool to be here. Let's go to Banner Elk. Let's do that. Let's do this for LJ here. Elk, North Carolina. Let's go back to the United States. Wow. Very cool. Whoa, all right. Let's see what we got, LJ. We got some military bases. Oh, you got you. Let's see. Yeah, there's Banner Elk. So let's do it one more time. Let's do this. Let's get around here and see the proximity where we're at. Well, you're 60 miles out, and then I tell you, the Fort Dobbs. Have you seen that Star Fort? Not too far from it. It's like 60 something miles away. About an hour drive, LJ. But yeah. Very cool. Very cool stuff. But I hope y'all enjoy the broadcast. I would stay on longer, but I've got some things to do. I'm not trying to cut everybody short. I like that everybody's attention's been here this afternoon on this random broadcast of Visual Disturbance. And I've really enjoyed it, especially doing the ley lines and looking at all these different things. Like I said, we'll dedicate a just straight up broadcast with live, like 5 minutes of just intro, and then boom, the rest of it will be just wherever you guys want to take me. Oh, you go. Okay, I go get pics of the fort. Okay, bless you, LJ. Yeah, that would be great. That would be great if LJ, if you can send it to me. Visual Disturbance. It's Visual Disturbance 15 at gmail.com. It's at the bottom of the description of the video. If you can send it to me, LJ, that'd be awesome. I would really be appreciative of anything that you all send me. And like I said, if you want to send something to me physically, just go check out my P.O. Box at 324, Visual Disturbance P.O. Box 324, Waco, Kentucky 40385. And I would be very thankful to hear from you guys. And, if you want me to pray for you or whatever if somebody wants to send me something from, wherever, Australia, wherever, that would be awesome. I would be very blessed by that. But I hope y'all enjoyed the broadcast today. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't, and welcome to the Visual Disturbance family. Thank you all for being here today. Pray for me. Just pray for me. I got some. Just pray for me. I don't want to worry anybody with all my stuff, but just pray for my family and unspoken prayer. How about that? Just pray for what's going on. There's some. It's just so some heavy stuff, but yeah, it's been a blessing. If you're just now tuning in, go rewind. We've talked about a wide variety of topics on top of the missing people that went missing in the Atlantic with the submarine. But yeah, God bless you all, and seriously, thank you for the donations. Like, you didn't have to do that, and God bless you all. And go check out. Oh yeah, real quick before I let you go. Go check out, if you haven't, go check out FOJC on Rumble. We did a broadcast last Sunday. Go check out. I don't have the link in the description, forgive me. But then go check out. I'll probably see you guys on Friday, Spiritual Warfare. But other than that, this old broken down milkman is out. And I pray that y'all have a blessed day. And what a blessing to have people from Sweden and South Africa on here today. Very cool stuff. Very cool. Y'all be blessed. This old broken down milkman's out. Shalom.